We are heading to London. Yeah. No. Before dawn even got a chance to break, we set off for the airport. We managed to book a minibus taxi with car seats for the kids, which is amazing. Despite everybody's sleepy eyes, we also had some eager smiles. Everybody was excited. I wanna hold your hand. I honestly think that waiting in this queue is the hardest part of traveling with children. How are you feeling, Finfin?
Good.
Really?
Really?
What's the problem with this aeroplane? There isn't any TV. I cannot believe that the first plane that was taking us from Taiwan to Bangkok didn't have a TV. I didn't even know planes without TVs still existed. Somehow, I then fell asleep and woke up to find that the children were in different places because there had been a meltdown that I'd slept through. So I think it's quite funny that I got footage of everybody else sleeping, but I'm the one who slept through the drama. Where are you going? We transferred smoothly through Bangkok with just enough time to get a Thai milk tea.
I will be lovely.
Before getting on the plane and heading on our grand adventure to London.
Yay, we're finally landing!
This is our cozy Airbnb, our home for a week. Let's see how my in-laws handled this long journey.
你们觉得长途飞机的体验如何？
觉得坐到有点辛苦，因为太久了，会腰酸背痛、脚麻。
Our first day in London, and we hit the tourist spots, starting with Buckingham Palace. It was extremely overcrowded, and it took us so much time to work out how to pay for the toilets that we ended up missing the changing of the guards. We then took a stroll through St. James's Park, which is one of my favourite parks in London. The swan. These birds were huge and weren't fussed by people at all.
Stop.
By the time we got to Big Ben, we were exhausted. My in-laws love taking public transport, but I feel like London was very tiring for them, so I'm interested to hear their opinions.
你们觉得 伦敦的大众运输工具啊如何？
跟台湾比的话，交通是还 OK 啦，但是在那个对老人跟小孩啊有提行李的人，上下楼梯它没有电梯，所以会比较辛苦。这个是我比较感受比较深，感觉上台湾比较体贴啦，体贴我们一些不方便的人。
有一个那个先生哦，看我有提行李哈，他自动往那个我比较方便的位置让我去顾行李跟座位，那个先生不错。
The second day we went to the British Museum. We arrived at opening time and the queues were around the block. The kids were keeping it real. Their favourite part was playing cards with Grandma in the cafe. A very cultural moment, McDonald's and Primark. On the way home, we stopped off at Chinatown. This is my first time in Chinatown, and I was surprised by how busy it was and how much fun everyone seemed to be having. The streets were buzzing. But let's be real, we still had jet lag, the kids were tired, and it was another early night. Here's what my in-laws thought of London.
你们最喜欢伦敦的什么？还有不喜欢的是什么？
伦敦，我觉得它的房子最喜欢。我觉得每一间房子都好像古色古香，很漂亮，像图画啦。这一点我觉得很欣赏。有一些就是景点，都是我们之前是没有亲身来过嘛。那这一次旅行就来到这个地方，有这样的看见，我觉得很好。不喜欢就是上洗手间非常的不方便。第一，它不多很少，然后要给钱是没有关系，但是也没有投币，一定要用信用卡。如果身上没带信用卡，那厕所就没得上来。那这一点是我觉得比较辛苦的一点。
These are some of my absolute favourite moments. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. It really makes a huge difference. See you next week. Bye.